Madonna burst on the scene in 1983 with her self-titled debut album, causing audiences to be hooked. She parlayed a pop-tart image into icon status by owning her sexuality and bursting through boundaries. But fame brings its own set of troubles, some of which Madonna still navigates today. Madonna's mother, who shared her first name, was diagnosed with breast cancer while pregnant with Madonna's younger sister. The cancer couldn't be treated until her mother gave birth, and by the time she delivered the baby, the tumor was too advanced to eradicate. The elder Madonna passed away in 1963 at only 30 years old, leaving a heartbroken 5-year-old girl and her 5 siblings to be raised by their father. The lack of a female role model during her formative years contributed to Madonna's wide-open personality. In an interview with the Los Angeles Times, Madge said, "Some of my lack of inhibition comes from my mother's death. For example, mothers teach you manners, and I absolutely did not learn any of those rules and regulations." Madonna told CNN she had, quote, "a feeling of emptiness and longing following the tragic loss, feelings that likely propelled her to success. To fill the emptiness, Madonna sought adoration wherever she could find it." In a Rolling Stone interview, she told Carrie Fisher her unquenchable thirst for approval fueled her ambition by directing the longing outward, saying, "Okay, I don't have a mother to love me. I'm going to make the world love me." Madonna was taught the rules for good Catholic girls at a young age by devoutly religious parents, and she didn't question them until her heart was broken. She told the Chicago Tribune her father's remarriage 3 years after her mother's death was the initial catalyst for her split from religion. She felt he had been taken from her. Addressing her conflicted relationship with religion in Harper's Bazaar, Madonna said, "I'm a big believer in ritualistic behavior, but I'm not a big fan of rules." The religious symbolism that surrounded Madonna as a child appears in much of her work, which has provoked ire. Even the Pope called for her boycott.
What happened is I wanted to be a nun, and then I discovered boys one day.
As she told The Independent, "There are certain religious groups who have turned sex into a sinful act. I've always tried to open people's minds to the idea that it's not something to be ashamed of." She dove into Kabbalah, a form of Jewish mysticism, in 1997 and practiced for nearly a decade, but ultimately decided to back away, in part because it was interfering with her relationship with then-husband Guy Ritchie. She has since been a scholar of many religions and a follower of none. Madonna had a dance scholarship at the University of Michigan, but she felt she needed to live in New York City to truly thrive artistically. Sadly, reality did not meet her expectations when she moved to the Big Apple in the late 70s. She was mugged at gunpoint, sexually assaulted at knife point, and burglarized 3 times. Still, Madonna was determined to have a successful career in the performing arts.
What are your dreams? What's left?
To rule the world.
Madonna built an impressive dance resume, but it became clear her dance career would keep her in the starving artist lifestyle, which was not the life she had planned. Thankfully, her big break was just around the corner with the release of her first single, Everybody, in 1982. It didn't make it into the top 100, but it peaked at number 3 on Billboard's Dance Club Songs chart. Just like that, a star was born. Although a turbulent pair in Madonna's 1991 documentary Truth or Dare, the starlet admitted that Sean Penn was, quote, "the love of her life." This was also a quote that Madonna tried to have edited out of the final cut of the film. As it turned out, Madonna and Penn had divorced 2 years earlier in 1989, and Madonna was dating Warren Beatty while Truth or Dare was being filmed. Penn and Madonna married in August 1985 in Malibu on her 27th birthday, which was the day before his 25th birthday. But the relationship was tumultuous, and the couple earned the nickname Poison Pens for their volatile fights. There had been rumors Penn physically abused Madonna, but she denied them, and Penn settled a defamation suit he filed against Hollywood producer Lee Daniels for making those accusations. Daniels publicly apologized. In 2018, Penn revealed on The Late Show with Stephen Colbert that he still loves Madonna very much, while in 2013, Madge's BFF, Debbie Mazar, dished on Watch What Happens Live that Madonna's true love was Penn. There have been no hints of a reconciliation, but these two might be a testament to the idea that true love never dies, even when a relationship does. Madonna and Guy Ritchie were married in an idyllic castle in Scotland in December 2000, but the union was ill-fated because both partners felt imprisoned by the other. She felt artistically confined, he felt emotionally boxed. According to J. Randy Teraborelli, author of Madonna, an intimate biography of an icon at 60, Ritchie was no longer able to have open discussions with friends and family for fear it would end up in the tabloids. He became more private as his public profile increased, and he didn't like feeling perpetually silenced. Madonna, on the other hand, told the Irish Sun, "There were many times when I wanted to express myself as an artist in ways that I don't think Ritchie felt comfortable with. There were times when I felt incarcerated. I wasn't really allowed to be myself." The two parted ways due to incompatibility. The couple did not have a prenup, and the divorce was ugly. Madonna ultimately paid Ritchie $75 million in their divorce settlement. Madonna has created a big family. Per The Sun, she has a biological son, Rocco, with ex-husband Guy Ritchie, a son from Malawi, David Banda, she adopted with Ritchie in 2006, a biological daughter, Lourdes, with Carlos Leon, another daughter, Mercy James, adopted from Malawi in 2009, and twin girls, Stella and Esther, adopted from Malawi in 2017. Madonna and Ritchie's adoption of David Banda, a then 13-month-old orphan whose father could not care for him in 2006, and her founding of the Raising Malawi organization to support the country's children, sparked a relationship with Malawi that has seen its ups and downs. Madonna received pushback against her adoptions because she is not a resident of Malawi, and some Malawians resented her receipt of special permission from courts to adopt. She even got into a war of words with then Malawian President Joyce Banda over claims Madonna has exaggerated the contributions she has made to the country, a dispute mostly surrounding her charity's plan to build schools. Madonna even received ire from the biological family of one of her adopted children, Mercy James, who accompanied Madonna on a trip to Malawi in 2014. When Mercy James's birth grandfather discovered she was in the country, he told the Daily Mail that Madonna had promised to bring Mercy James to visit them and that he had heard nothing about her welfare since the adoption. Adoption, like life, is sometimes messy. At Billboard's Women in Music 2016 event, Madonna gave a speech about sexism and misogyny, noting that while there seem to be no rules for men in the entertainment industry, there are plenty for women. Madonna said in the speech, "If you're a girl, you have to play the game. You're allowed to be pretty and cute and sexy, but don't act too smart. Don't have an opinion that's out of line with the status quo. And finally, do not age." Much of the sexism the starlet has faced in recent years has been due to ageism. It is egregious to her that while men are never told to turn off their sex appeal regardless of age, women in the entertainment industry seem to have a forced expiration date on being sexy. Madonna has decided this is another norm she will shatter. Madge knew she was breaking gender stereotypes by being a boss lady back in 1991, saying to the Los Angeles Times, "Women are traditionally raised to be subservient, passive, accepting. The man is supposed to be the pioneer. He makes the money. He makes the rules." Madonna has made great strides in turning those norms upside down, but many of the age-old struggles she faced against sexism are still being fought today. Thanks to her groundbreaking antics, though, the battles continue to become easier.
But I'm still a baller.
Madonna's provocative personality has taken center stage in her career, making it easy to overlook her talent. Critics have opined that her success is in spite of, rather than because of, her vocal talent. In fact, in her documentary Truth or Dare, Madonna herself even said, "I know I'm not the best singer, and I know I'm not the best dancer, but I'm not interested in that. I'm interested in pushing people's buttons, in being provocative, and in being political." Still, some choose to judge her on raw talent alone. Joni Mitchell told W Magazine, "Madonna has knocked the importance of talent out of the arena." Haters aside, Madonna has won critical acclaim in many genres and scores of awards, including a Golden Globe for her portrayal of Eva Perón in Evita. During her acceptance speech as she was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, she thanked everyone who ever said she was talentless and couldn't sing, adding, "They pushed me to be better, and I am grateful for their resistance." Check out one of our newest videos right here. Plus, even more Nicki Swift videos about your favorite music icons are coming soon. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the bell so you don't miss a single one.